become homeless, it's like you turn invisible. All of a sudden, it seems like people walk by you like you're not even there. You know, it's not always true. It's not true when you're trying to use the restroom in a fancy hotel and you've got everything you own on your back, because then you stand out like a sore thumb when you're hoping not to be noticed. And you know, there's a lot of things that are hard about being homeless. There are the physical hardships of being cold, you know, of going hungry. What really bothered me was the way people started treating me. You know, I would get on the bus and watch it get so crowded that people were standing in the aisles. But there was still one empty seat next to me, the homeless guy. You know, I do know something all of us can do. You don't have to empty your pockets every time you see a homeless person, but even if you have nothing to give, you can give the courtesy of a reply rather than just walking on by, you know. Hey, I have been given a few dollars, they were quickly spent. But the person that took the time just to say hello, have a conversation, remind me I was still included in the human race.
Today, like, we went to home, we got to meet amazing people, like the hosts. They were very welcoming, and they told us, like, sometimes these people, all they need is a smile to make their day, to get them through the day, just to talk to them, they feel comfortable, and they just want comfort in their lives. They're like human beings, they don't need to be treated like animals.
I didn't really know what to expect. I'm thinking like, oh, maybe it's going to be indirect, maybe it's going to be direct. Also, like, I never did anything like this. It was just whatever, so I didn't know really what to expect. And then going through what we went through, it's like I'm really happy that I decided to come.
Like us, we got to learn each other and each other's personalities, and it was like, even though we were split up in groups, when we finally came together, it's like we're like really one. We got to share our stories, and I like how well we, I guess, bonded with each other as far as being in front of like the other groups, because they probably couldn't even tell that this was like probably like the most we've ever bonded ever. They probably thought that we've known each other through like going through college together.
Let's say what I was gonna take away. I think I'm gonna take away like the appreciation that everybody in DC has. Because when we were cleaning like a house, the man was like really thankful, and when we were like cutting the food, like that food was, they were really thankful that we were there. Their programs run because of us. And when I'm back in like Highland Park, like the kids don't thank me at all. Like they roll their eyes at me and they don't talk to me. So I feel like the appreciation for service is something that'll motivate me, even though, you know, I might not ever get it again. I'll remember that there are those that do have it for what I do. So I should still do it, whether I get it or not.
And so for me to actually get to work with you and to actually see that work ethic, like we were amazing, you know, and like when we really had it on, like I would notice other groups would like watch how we worked and imitate how we worked, you know, like we were like the gold standard that everybody had to try to, you know, reach, honestly, and I was so proud.
The thing I was also thinking when we're coming, I was like, okay, we're doing community service, we're down to business, that was it. But then when we came here, it was like more than just doing service. It was like a bonding thing, like we said before, and it was more like learning, also like, I don't know, realizing more things about, it's not just about community service, about doing something for the community, it's also for ourselves and what we can take away from it.
It's amazing. Like the most amazing thing about the trip, aside from the service, is this, right? And I think it's so crazy how, you know, like Claudio said, the whole year went by and we never were able to accomplish this, right? And you realize really this is what we're all about, is the struggle. That struggle to help others, right? The struggle that other people go through, and the fact that we're here to make a difference. Right? And I know people say, oh, we're making a difference and we're Miracle members, but you don't really realize it until you see the people, you know, as a group, and you work with all these different sites and all that. And this, you guys are the most powerful thing right now. This is the thing that I will take back as, wow, this is an accomplishment.
Half the group didn't get a chance to experience like Amy the way that her group did, but it's like we got to see Amy like in a different light, like how chill she is. Like she wasn't. When we go to our office, we see Amy being serious, but like she's really a goofy person and stuff. So like.
It's a big compliment to me.
So like we got to see a different side of her, and I think with everybody actually, we took away a piece of everybody's personality, and we got to see everybody in a different light.
Most memorable moment with this trip is when we sat down and ate with the people that we serve, because I mean, yeah, we get to serve, but you don't get to experience that one-on-one time with somebody, and just like Claudio said, you can't be a professor, you can be a doctor, you can be a lawyer, and just like what happened to John, his house burned down. Like he had nothing, so that can happen to one of us. But we have support, and some people just don't have support. So I guess I mean it just feels nice sitting down and talking to somebody and getting their experience one-on-one, like knowing their story, because it touches you more than just hearing and say, oh, okay, because that can happen to 5 million people. But if you sit down and have a personal one-on-one with a person, you're like, dang, I gotta do something about this. And it's just the little things that count. So.
I wanted to break apart once we get over there. I really want us to speak together.
What makes us all common? Like what makes us all similar? Like I feel like Tad said, like if you go, you see somebody in the street, and like you just say hi. I feel like it's just like a common courtesy. Like you just acknowledge.
And then like just getting to know like the struggles that a lot of homeless people go to, like they get physically abused like on the streets, they get like thrown like cups of coffee like and stuff like that, and it's like really like I never thought like it was that extreme.
He grabbed my hand and he said, I hope you guys have a safe trip. It was really, really, really nice, man. And I wanted to say something like, you know, be careful on the street, take care of yourself, I hope you do good. But nothing came out of me. Nothing. I was just smiling. That was the way he was smiling at me, waiting for something to come out. He just smiled and nodded and left. And I had this weight in my heart, you know. And I look at the church and say, I'm going in to pray. I'm not a person of praying. I mean, even though I go to church, I'm not a prayer. So I go in church and I just started praying for him, and for me, and for you, and for this situation, this terrible situation.
See y'all come down in the last college group that came from Vermont to see your willingness to go out there and help other residents that, you know, that I can't always get to, you know, running the business here, but you can be, you're almost an extended arm even while you're staying here, and to see that the motivation that you have, that you're willing to travel all those miles and put in these type of hours, you know, it really strengthens what we're doing, and it helps me to motivate other schools when I'm talking to them, because I'm gonna tell people about you. Like,